Good.
All right, so what are we calling this podcast, Sam?
Gucci Gang podcast, boy.
Good. I don't know.
No, you don't know. You don't know. Conscious Billiards podcast,
The
boy.
Conscious Billiards podcast. That's right.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're gonna get to the point where we not only have a YouTube channel, but we also have a website, and we're gonna eventually get to that point.
Sell
And
some
then
apparel.
Possibly, yes, definitely.
Hell yeah.
So let's first talk about all the events getting canceled.
Okay. Yeah, this sucks.
It's horrible, right?
Yeah. We're all stuck inside, and for the people without pool tables, I mean, they're just like logging on to Facebook and watching me go live and really mad about it. They're just like, dude, I get like, I'm serious, I probably get like 10 messages a day, people hitting me up to come play.
Where
It's
at?
like, dude, at my house.
People trying to go over to go play?
Yeah, dude, they were talking about gambling, like a lot of money. They were like trying to set up a big match, come over to my house and stream it live.
Like how
damn.
much?
Like $500.
A set? Or
Yeah.
like in a headset?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. I'll find it. I'll tell you. Yeah, no, they were just fucking. Am I allowed to cuss on this? On our
Yeah, do whatever.
Okay,
Be comfortable.
Cool. Yeah, they were like, let's see. Oh, that's not the right one. Second. Yeah, I got 45 comments on one, and they were like, one dude said, "I'll play 8 ahead for 500." And then the other guy was like,
where's he from?
One dude said, "How about I ride over there and we play some even 10 ball, a couple hundred a set." Like,
this is on the Conscious Billiards.
No, this is on my Facebook page. We haven't yet made a Conscious Billiards page. Yeah, so they're hitting me up to try to get a game going. One dude said, "Let's get this going." You know, one of the local best players around, Johnny Stallings, he commented on it, trying to see where the action was at. And all these guys are like super nines in the APA. They're strong players.
Yeah.
One dude said, "You can message me if you want to play, and I'm not playing nothing ahead. I'll play a race to 10 for 500." So I mean, they're talking about some big money. And one dude even messaged me, and he said, "Yo, I'll give you the 7 ball for 300 if you let me come play." I kid you not. Hold on. He said, "I'm coming over. I'm kicking your door in. I'll give you the 8 for 300." And I said the 7. He said, "You got it. What's your address?"
Yeah, I don't know if people are like getting desperate to play, or they're just like they just want some action. Like it's hard to know at this point, right?
Yeah, it makes it difficult.
We were both out there for the CSI event that just happened. I cashed in the 9 ball, and then I didn't do so well in the Scotch doubles or the 8 ball.
Yeah.
But you were gonna play in what event were you gonna play in? You were gonna play in the CSI 9 ball?
Yeah. The 720 and below, 720 Fargo rate and below event. That was gonna be fun. It was expensive to enter, but it was gonna be fun.
I was kind of shocked that they canceled the event, but I think looking at all the data now, I think it made sense to cancel the event.
Definitely, especially with this damn
coronavirus.
Yeah, dude.
They even postponed the APA pool player championships. Those normally go like when is it? May. They're like late April, early May. So they even canceled those. They're gonna postpone it.
Yeah.
And then the Super Billiards Expo moved to June, which is
that's crazy.
Where's this one at?
Ain't it in Pennsylvania?
I think it's in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's in Pennsylvania.
Maybe that's an event we could hit up later on this year.
Yeah, we need to go.
Because we haven't been there. We've only been to I've been to the APA Vegas. I've been to CSI. I haven't been for APA teams. I heard that's.
I've never been to Vegas for APA. The only time I've ever went was with y'all, and that's for BCA. And I've never been qualified to play for the BCA event either.
Well, you've seen it. I mean, it's a lot of
I've
fun. Like,
it is a lot of fun, but I wish I could go out there and actually compete, not just play in the mini tournaments and
yeah,
trying to find side
I'm not
action, I
sure if
guess.
even like the mini tournaments are all that like necessarily
They're
great.
they're not worth it. No, they're not
Like,
worth it.
I don't know if because like when I now the only thing I will say is like if you're gonna the mini tournaments are a way to really keep you out of the casino. That's the only thing about it, cause like you, you've definitely seen it like
Yeah.
because they take out if you play in the $10 minis, right? There's 8 people that play in it, so
Yeah.
there's an $80 pot, right?
Yeah.
$50 goes to first, then $20 goes to second, then they keep $10, right?
Yeah.
And APA they don't even keep any of the money. APA it's all back to the players, right? As they like to say, I've always said that APA makes their money like throughout the league season,
Yeah.
right? Vegas, it's back to the players, and to where like CSI, BCA makes their money in Vegas, and during the league season, it's kind of back to the players depending on the type of league you play in.
Yeah. Dude, the little BCA league I'm in here in Charleston, it's it's like a doubles league. I don't know if it's not
It's
like that
Scotch
where you
doubles.
yeah, it's Scotch doubles. It's Scotch doubles 8 ball, and then there's a single match where you play each opponent on their team, and in 4 games, 2 8 ball and 2 9 ball.
Okay,
So it adds up to 20 per night. It's pretty cool though. Like you can see
20
all the
games.
yeah. You can see all the stats, which is really awesome because it shows like your rack and run, your break and runs,
Mm-hmm.
just shows everything. So it's just I don't know, it's interesting.
Do you
And
have
you
do you
get to
have a picture of it?
um, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to show you on here probably though. But yeah, no, it's pretty neat. You get a side pot if you're like MVP, and then you get a side pot if you have the most break and runs.
Yeah.
Which is cool for me because I'm one of the higher level players in that league. So, I'm trying to get the side pot. So I'm like, right now I'm the MVP. So it's pretty nice. But yeah.
So I play in a BCA league in Round Rock, Texas. So it's like about an hour away from where I'm at Skinny Bob's actually.
Yeah.
And so there, it's not a particularly strong league, but it's not necessarily like a weak league. But
Yeah.
so the operators are really good. It's 100% payback, right? Which is
Mhm.
like almost unheard of, like in any league in general. Um, and they keep it to about 8 teams, no more 5-man teams. And then the only thing about it is like the payouts for first are not necessarily like all that great. So like it might be like 8 or 900 for a team for about a 16 to 18 week long season, right? Which
Yeah.
sounds good, but that's not a lot if you're considering that hey, you're in first place, right?
Yeah. That's really not a lot.
And so like I keep in mind that I really really like the people in the league that I play with. It's a great league. Doesn't necessarily pay out a whole lot. And I actually asked the league operator about it, right? And he said that the reason why is because he doesn't want like these super super strong players to come in and just wipe everybody out, right? Because the
That makes
handicap is,
sense.
yeah, and it made a lot of sense, and I actually like kind of agree with it after a little while. Like I come there, it's not like overly competitive, but it's not underly competitive. But I have fun playing every week. I enjoy the people I play with.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That's
my
most
team,
important too.
yeah, my team is finished. We finished first the last season, and then in the other seasons we've either gone second or we tied with first. So
Yeah.
we've done well, and I enjoy it overall.
Yeah. One thing I really like about the BCA league I'm in is that like you don't really you're not really giving up weight. They just get extra points,
Yeah,
right?
so it's not like
So
APA where it's like a 5-2 race, right?
yeah, no, it would be more or less it's even. It's just a flat race to 4, but they get 5 games goes to them, but it doesn't hurt us. The weight doesn't hurt us. It just helps
Right.
them.
That's so ours is like on a team handicap. So if you're rated as, let's say you're, so it goes by how many total games you play, so that you can be up to a 50, right? Because you play 5 games, so
Yeah.
each game is worth 10 points. So you could be like, if you're a 44, that means you usually probably win roughly about 4 games, which is 40 points, and then maybe you get a 4 somewhere in the middle of the match, right? Maybe
Yeah.
you win 3 games and you get 2 sevens, right? Like if you don't run out.
So you said the pot in yours was only like $800 or something like that?
No, that's just for first place.
Oh, okay. So they have more money in that, like
Yeah, they have more money, but so most leagues, from what I've seen, will like pay out like the top half of the teams, right? So it'll
Yeah.
be like if there's 8 teams, hey, the top 4 get paid out.
Top
This
4 or
one,
top 3?
top 3 or top 4, right?
Oh,
I've
really?
seen
With only
both
18?
ways.
That's crazy.
But this one pays out every team.
Really?
Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of the same face I made when I heard it. It was like,
Yeah, it's like,
really?
what?
Why does every team
Why?
get paid? But
Why?
like,
Why does everybody get a trophy? What the hell?
it's not every team gets trust me, that last place money is significantly different than the first place money. But
Yeah.
again, it does keep like the ridiculously strong players out. Like, I don't know if you ever noticed, but like, I don't know if you've been to like tournaments before where they're $5 tournaments. Maybe you
Yeah.
haven't, right?
That
But
happened.
they'll start off as $5 tournaments, and then what happens is like the top players realize like, hey, this isn't enough money for me to keep coming back every week. Let's bump it up to a $10 tournament, right?
Yeah.
And then it's usually like one guy will go in there and clean up
Just win.
shop,
Yeah.
win it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then what happens?
And then nobody wants to play anymore.
There's no more tournament. No, there's no more tournament. It turned from a $5 friendly tournament to like
So
this
yeah.
$10 super competitive. One guy's crushing everybody. No longer nobody wants to play in it anymore type of tournament.
Yeah. I really like those tournaments though that I experienced in Texas when I was with you. The cheap little, like, what were they, $5-10 tournaments where it's just like a race to 2 and 8 ball.
Yeah.
And then on the loser side it was just one game.
One game.
I mean,
Yeah.
those went so quick, and they like I could be playing like somebody lower than me, but they could run out on a bar box. Like they could break and
Yeah.
run on me if I lose the
All
flip.
of those
Like,
are
you
bar
know,
box tournaments, and like,
they go to anybody.
yeah, you don't have to handicap them.
Yeah, yeah, because
Now I will say like most of the time those like the best players are usually still gonna pull out on those tournaments, right? But like anything could happen. I mean, you could scratch on the 8, you can make the 8 ball in early. It's unlikely to happen, but it could happen.
yeah. So this BCA league, mine that I'm in, the pot's like around $5,000.
Oh,
I
that's
think
huge.
I've told you that before. Like first place is getting like 2,200 to split, and there's only 2 of us. So it's like 1,100 each. It's pretty damn good. And if you get like MVP, like I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that on your screen?
Barely, yeah. Oh, that's your LMS? Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
that.
So like right now I'm the MVP, and if I get that, there's a side pot that I get. But it also like it shows my average. It shows the weeks played, breaking runs, WZS. I don't know what the freak that is.
Wins, maybe?
TRs.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, maybe yeah. Table runs. I don't know what that is. Consecutive wins, and I actually have the most consecutive wins on this. I have 14. It's pretty hard. And then perfect matches. That's what I think is really cool. Perfect matches whenever
You clean sweep.
you beat both your singles. In both your singles, you win every game. So it'd be 8 games.
How many?
And I
It's
have,
what?
yeah, and I have
Games,
3 of them. I have 3 of them.
How?
So
What's the fee every week on that?
$10.
Not too bad. You play
Yeah.
table fees too? You play quarters for your tables?
No, it's not quarters because it's at player's place. So
Okay.
it's just open tables. Yeah.
Yeah, I played in some of them where it's like $15 each week, and then you still have to pay your quarters, and you're like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, APA feels like that sometimes where, it's $12 to play 2 matches. I mean, it's just some matches go so quick, race to 5 and 8 ball. That goes really quick sometimes.
Yeah, if you're on a bar table especially.
Yeah.
It'll feel like it's going by real quick.
Even like, like I know a lot of times like my lower handicaps are always telling me like, oh, you get to play in a long race, all this kind of stuff, and I'm just over here like, Dude, my long races go a lot faster than y'all's short races because we play quicker. You know, like a race is 75. That's only like 7.5 racks. You know.
Yeah, 9 ball. Yeah, that could go by like
I could run
real
seven racks.
fast.
I
And it
could run
depends.
7 racks in 15 minutes if I'm hustling. You know. I
Yeah, it
mean,
just
that's pushing
depends
it,
too
but
on the
like,
table.
yeah. Oh yeah, we're playing on big valley pockets.
Yeah,
So
then
it's just
that's
yeah.
literally like a couple misses and uh, like that's it. It's over. The whole
Yeah.
match is over in like less than 10 innings, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty fast. I've actually done I've played people that don't play pool, and I tell them like, yeah, you go to 75, or I'll go to 75, and you go to 10, and they're like, there's no way you could beat me, and they don't play pool at all, and they're like, this sounds like such a hustle, and then
Yeah.
we get on, and I put them on a bar table, and next thing you know, they're like, dude, I didn't even get to 3. So
Yeah. Dude, I was live streaming with my buddy Morgan the other day on Facebook, and I was giving him a 9-3 race, and he was getting the last two. And in the next set we did, I also gave him the 8 ball, the wild 8. No,
okay,
I gave him the call 8 because
it's a race to
we're
9 or
yeah,
9th race.
yeah. And I'm up like 7-0 or something like that. And he's just like he gets so discouraged. And he doesn't play bad. He's like a 4, but he lets the fact that I'm a good player get in his head, so he just plays like absolute dog shit. And I think a lot of APA players let that number get in their head. I tell
Yeah,
like there's some like 7s and stuff that I know that play really good. They can keep like I'm a 9, right? But they can keep up with me. But they
yeah,
just let it. They literally when we play, they let it get in their head, and I'll just get on a roll, right? And then they just get screwed up because of it. If they just can just not be scared, you know, it's kind of
hmm
like you whenever you would gamble a lot, and versus when I would gamble a lot, you know? Scared money don't make money. Same thing with just league matches, you know? If you're playing scared, if your muscles are tight, you ain't going to play the same as if you are loosen up.
yeah. We definitely you can see that a lot, especially if you just play a lot of league matches. I mean, you could put you're like, your 2 can win against the 7, right? Because
Yeah.
the 7 is psyched out by giving a lot of weight. But let's say it starts going 25-3. Well, all of a sudden your 2 that has to go to 19 is like, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah.
You're
Yep.
like you're
It
like you're
psychs you
right there.
out.
You just have to wait.
Yep. It
You
just
you
psychs you
just
out.
you just have to wait. Did
Yep.
you did you already process your refund for the BCA?
Oh, I have not. I need to do that.
So I'll post a link in the video description, but you got to do it before May 25th, which is kind of a long time away. But I already
Yeah, but
processed my refund.
if you forget about it, then
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they also on there they give you like the option to get credit for next year's event.
Really?
Yeah, they gave you the option if you want credit for next year, and then it's like credit plus like $20, I think.
It's not bad.
So if
I
you want,
mean,
like, I got a refund because like I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't know what's gonna be happening in a year from now, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't. What if we never go back to like the way things were, right? So
Yeah.
like I would just rather get a refund anyways.
Yeah.
And then
What if we end up choosing a different tournament instead of that one since we've been to that
yeah,
one 2 years in a row? Like you said already, like I want to visit the billiard expo. Or what'd
yeah,
you
I'd
say it
like
was?
the Super Billiards Expo. It's in
Yeah.
June. I mean, it's possible if like things don't get canceled, but like I don't
Oh, they're
know what's
get
gonna
canceled.
happen.
Wow, yeah, that shit's crazy. So, did you watch any of the quarantine match between Josh Filler and the Dong Diamond, old
The
James
only
Aranas?
thing, so I watched the first rack, and then I saw Josh Filler miss. I think it was like the 1 ball, like right out the gate. He missed like I think it's the 1 ball. It might have been. It was early on, but he missed it right out the gate and was trying
Yeah,
to spin around like 3 rails, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to watch these. And
yeah.
then the only other part I saw was that video you sent me. Uh,
Oh, dude, that shit was nuts. It
so
was absolutely disgusting.
so let me see if I can find it, and then I'll post it on
James,
this.
I tell you what, man,
That
I really wanted James Aranas to win that match. Just one of my favorite players to watch. He's just got, insanely good like fundamentals and timing, and
well,
it's
Josh
just like
Filler does too. Like, not
yeah.
like
And Josh Filler though, like
he's
he's
very
not
exciting.
near
Like,
as
I
humble.
like watching.
He's
I like
yeah, that's the
watching.
thing. Like to me, he's not near as humble. So like I don't know. I guess bad publicity is good publicity. You know what I mean? Like he's just kind of like he seems like a cocky asshole whenever he's like winning. Like I don't know if you watched the Moscone Cup at all.
Yeah, I did. I always make
Yes,
sure to watch the Moscone Cup. And like, you're
he's
just like you're
cringe, dude.
rooting against him, but you're like, he's so
He's so
good. Like,
good. He's
he
so
he's
good.
so
He's
good that
absolutely
he's
insane.
like you're almost like, dang, he's earned it. Like, it's kind of like when you're smoking someone, and you kind of like walk around with that little swag, right?
Yeah,
You're like
yeah, yeah.
feeling
He's
pretty good.
literally have
Except
that
you,
all the time.
except you
He's
got to
always
think like
stroke.
he's doing that against the best in the world. So like, how can you just
He's
not like?
young. He's young as shit. He's younger than both of us.
Yeah,
God, dude, it
he's feeling
frustrates
himself.
the shit out of
Yeah.
me, dude. But I think,
So I'm
and
watching the video now. I'm watching
another
this again.
yeah, another thing that like something about Josh Filler that like blows my mind is like I don't know if you ever watched like Tyler Steyer play or even Dedong Diamond or any of the
Only
Filipino
time I've
players.
seen Tyler play is during the Moscone Cup. Yeah, I'm watching this. Oh my god, these shots are so crazy.
Dude, and it makes him look so easy, and he's on a tight 9 foot diamond, dude. He just kills me.
Let me see if I can bust this sound down.
But whenever you watch like Tyler Steyer, like he's very mechanical. It never seems like he's in stroke because of how slow and like methodical he plays, and how like I've already
Yeah,
told you this. I've already said this a few times where you kind of like the distance of the stroke. You
do the
know,
work for you.
determine your action. Yeah, it's like more
Yeah,
buck for bang in a sense. Joshua Filler just stuns everything. He like he plays so much different than like how I've been watching like these other players. He literally just stuns to an open table and just I don't know, dude.
and
His
makes everything
position,
right.
yeah, and he just makes
Can,
everything like
can you
it does
fault him for it? I mean,
nothing
he's one of the
seems
best in the
hard.
world. Like,
Yeah, and he doesn't have a long stroke either. His stroke is short and punchy, kind of like Skylar Woodward's, and I just it's just like it's crazy to me because I watch other players like
I
Tyler
think my
Steyer, these
style
other guys,
is definitely more like punchy.
or like Justin Bergman's, a little bit slower and more mechanical. Yeah, I have no, I think I don't know. I don't know what your style is. I think you're a little bit of a mixture. I think you're mechanical, but you're also punchy, which is not bad.
It's unusual, but I'm watching the run out again. Like, I watched that. The craziest shot is the one on the two ball. The
I think
combo is not so crazy, but like
combo is still hard, dude.
it
Think
was.
about that combo. He's
You
pretty
know,
far away from that. And those balls are separated pretty far. Like if I don't know, I think that's a hard combo.
so
The
he was
jump shot
on
was insane
he was
too.
on the three, right? I'm looking at him shooting the three.
Wow.
I th- I think
He
if there was
makes it
better,
and then goes right in between the 6 and the 4.
yeah.
And then so the way it bumped the 8 ball, right?
Really
And then
Yeah.
it like he was on the perfect side of the 4 to control it.
he hit the corner of
Yeah, it
his
was.
Like
pocket.
It's
like
still
that's one
hard
thing
though.
that's
Like
uncredited.
yeah.
A little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, he controlled the 4 ball. Yeah, that is
He controlled the 4 ball. Like that's one thing I think if you don't like watch enough pool, you're not gonna understand like how good that really was. Like the way he controlled it.
and he got perfect on the 7 ball to get to the 8.
Yeah, I mean it's right. He just has to stay on the underside of it. He like that's pretty.
Yeah.
I think once he's on the 4, like everything's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Like everything was definitely pretty easy. He
I think
actually he almost got like 2 straight on the 7, but I'm not gonna criticize. Like he's like the 2 ball was the best shot of this racket.
I think
74,
if
60.
that video had better commentating like during that part of the match,
Yeah,
I think that clip alone that you're watching would be just as famous as
the
Chris
Chris
Melling.
Melling.
Yeah,
The
because
Chris
I mean
Melling run
that
out. Let me
two
go
ball,
look
that
down.
shot where he called it in the corner, like that's an insane shot, and I think he probably got pretty lucky that went in.
The 2 ball?
Yeah.
Well, so I don't know if you've ever like someone showed me that shot before.
I've seen
so-
it too. I think that it's very, very low percentage. The chances of you
Obviously,
actually,
yeah.
potting that ball in that situation is pretty freaking low. And then getting out, then jumping that ball and getting
Yeah, definitely.
Dedong Diamond's a freaking monster, dude. That's just insane. Like, and the Chris Melling one, I think Chris Melling, those shots were good, but they weren't necessarily like. I mean, they were hard, but they were different. They were
Let me
just
see.
like
I'm
more.
looking
They were
at it.
more creative. They were more creative. You know.
So like when I first saw that, I didn't realize that it was all those shots were like on one run out, right? Like I
That's
didn't
one
realize.
run out, dude. He ran.
Yeah, I didn't know that at first. I just thought I thought they were just like a trick shot collection of like times in his career. I didn't realize that they were all in like one session, like one
No.
rack. That's
Just
what makes
one
it
rack.
crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best outs I've ever seen in my entire life.
It well, I don't know if there are any that are really that much better than this to begin with. Like
I mean, like the
hit.
Chris Melling one though, like that
I don't know
one's
if
pretty keeps
he
up.
called the 3 ball, right? The first one,
Yeah,
he had to have called it, right?
yeah.
And then he just times it perfectly to go in. What kind of table is this? It's like a diamond?
Yeah, 9-foot diamond. They're playing for like I think they had 12,000 in the middle. Dude, I wanted James Aranas to win that match so bad, but Josh Filler, man, I think he won by like I don't know what the final score was, but dude, the first day I logged off, it was James Aranas was up 33-26, right?
Yeah.
And I go to log in like an hour after it'd been streaming the second day, and the score was like 36 James Aranas to like 48 or 45 or something Joshua Filler. Like he'd won so many games in a row so quickly. I was like, what the hell just happened?
In this video, he's up 74-60, and it's a race
That's
to
what I'm
100.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's just putting it on him, dude. I don't think he makes very very many mistakes, dude. He's pretty
Maybe
much
it's the punchy in the middle stroke style. Right?
Dude, honestly, I think because of how fast he plays all the time, he just probably has more endurance. Like his focus doesn't run out as much because he doesn't really use not it's not that he doesn't use as much focus, but whenever you're like real slow like that, kind of like I don't think James Aranas is slow. I just think he's a little bit slower than Josh Filler, but I don't know. I really don't know. Josh Filler's just a monster, dude.
They also postponed the U.S. Open Championship, which I went to a couple years ago when it was still in Virginia. And then, Aranas also lost against Chang too. Did you watch that match?
Yeah, the final.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that kind of pissed me off because Aranas beat Chang. Aranas had not lost at all, and he beat Chang, right? And instead of Chang having to win twice, they just played one final. So James Aranas
he should have been double dipped.
Yeah, he should have been double dipped. Yeah, he should have been double dipped, but he wasn't.
Did they play like an extended race at the end? I didn't see anything about this. I'm just reading up on it right now.
Did they play an extended race?
Yeah, like how like some tournaments will go like.
No, I don't think so.
I think a race to 7, a race to 11.
I think it was a race to 9. Yeah, they did 2 extra games. Because it was a race to 7, they did a race to 9. So another guy that shoots more or less like Tyler Steyer and not like Josh Filler is Albin Ocean. He's one of the best players. His
safety game is crazy.
Yeah, he's just his stroke though. Like he focuses so much on timing, and so do the Coe brothers. Like when you watch them, their timing is actually insane. And when I watch Josh Filler, it's just like I feel like it's the absolute opposite. Like he's just like drops down, takes a few little baby strokes, pauses, and then just fires the ball in and gets out. And I'm just like, what the hell? He's just like,
I'm
like, why do I watch these other pros? Why can't I just be like Josh Filler?
I'm more of a fan of Joshua Filler style. Like honestly, I am.
I like it. I like it too. I don't know if I can emulate it. I think that being more mechanical like these other guys are probably. I think it might be faster to.
Darren Appleton
better, quicker that way than it is Josh Filler's way.
Darren Appleton has said that Joshua Filler has the best stroke.
Really? And Darren Appleton's he's like a legend of pool probably.
And he has said that Joshua Filler has the best stroke, like out of any
I don't
professional pool player.
I don't get it. It's so like it's short and it's simple, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
He's never like he never has that like long, you know what I mean? It just seems so quick. I don't get it. But
I mean, he's able to move the cue ball like
oh,
just as good as anybody else.
He's got a monster stroke. It's just different.
Yeah. But
His play style is different, and it's also like I think if I were playing Joshua Filler, I'd be sharked just by how he plays. Just because how he plays quick, fast, like so like so another like he jumps up. I mean, I know a lot of other players do this too, but like whenever I'm playing and I miss a shot, if my opponent jumps to the table as soon as I miss a shot, I'm like, man, damn, dude, you ready to go? Like, let me look at the shot I just missed. You know what I mean? Like, let me chill for a second, dude. I hate that shit, dude. It's a pet peeve of mine. I see Josh Filler doing that shit a lot. Especially, I mean, it was a race to 100, but I saw him doing that a lot, and that's just something that would shark me. But he also shoots really fast, and that's also another. Since I'm a little bit slower most of the time, that would shark me too. But not that much. I'm just saying.
yeah, I think there's a way it could like certainly bother you, but I think we both agree that the only thing is I would say is like he's very consistent. So like he doesn't change his pace from like from like different. I mean, I've only seen him play rotation, right? So like he doesn't change his pace depending on the match, right? So like if you see him playing in the Mosconi Cup or you see him play like
he's still fast.
He's still fast, right? To where we know people that are like they'll play fast, right? And then all of a sudden when it comes down to it, like now
the money's on the line. You go slow down. And now you're playing back.
Now you're gonna slow down, and your game's not the same anymore, right? So like
you're absolutely right. So
he's playing the same no matter what level of competition he's at, and I think that consistency is really like the key in it.
Yeah.
So like,
and when people play that fast and that consistent, it is very hard to like be mentally strong while you're sitting in the chair and they're just running out racks. You know, there's this guy Miguel in my local BCA league. I think he's like a 630, 640 Fargo rate. When I play him and we're on a bar box, he'll just break, run out, break, run out, break, run out. Like he's so fast when he shoots, and I'm just sitting there and it's just like I'm just trying to be mentally tough, but because he's so consistent and so quick, even on the tough shots, I'm just like mind boggling.
You gotta shoot back. That's really the only way to like kind of slow it down, right? It's to shoot back.
Yeah, it's to try to hold control. Yeah, absolutely right.
And slow them down. But all right, so we're gonna call it quits here.
Okay.
All right, for the first episode of the Conscious Billiards podcast. Right?
Yeah. Conscious Billiards.
So we'll have these weekly, and if any of you guys would like us to commentate your match or review your match or anything, please send it to us. We're trying to help out the pool community. So we'll be more than happy to commentate your match or really anything. Just send it to us, like and subscribe to our channel.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right, yo. All right.
Stop.